Hello and welcome back to our weekend vlog. After putting off this project the week before, it was time for us to get stuck in and continue on the foundations for our mudroom extension. First we had to put down some geofabric that will act as a separation barrier between the gravel and the soil, which will also contain our drainage that will go around the house. Then we added the gravel and compacted it to make sure we had a stable and flat surface. Whilst Magnus built the form, I got around to planting some plum seeds that had been germinating in the fridge for the last 4 to 5 months. So we'll have to see if my little experiment succeeds over winter. By the end of the day, Magnus had done a great job building the mould, and we decided to start fresh the next day with a concrete pour. We wetted and saturated the concrete in preparation for the pour and attached the rebars together. Luckily, we also have our own cement mixer that I found being given away for free on an online marketplace. This has made the job so much easier. As I worked on the cement mixer station creating a nice supply of concrete for Magnus, he was down in the trench evening and making it flat until our little apprentice showed up. Well, as you can hear, I was a very proud mum as my son received his first lesson of working with concrete. And after that, we were done with this part of the process. And on to the next project. Magnus started cutting down an old rustic beam we had collected from a barn for the lounge upstairs. And then I needed to collect some kale from the vegetable garden that was getting out of control. It's already given me 4 harvests and I'm so impressed of how much kale I've got. Towards the afternoon, Magnus polished off the concrete to make sure it was nice and smooth, whilst we went down to the potato patch and decided to harvest the first half of the potatoes. Oi! See a potato. Down in the middle. Stick together. You got it? I have to admit, I was so happy this year. Last year we only had tiny small potatoes, and this year they were so good in size. We had a load of purple potatoes, some yellow potatoes, and the last ones we got left are some pink potatoes. By this time I was nearly running out of steam and almost forgot that we had 600 kilos worth of breeze blocks sitting in the car that needed to be removed that I'd purchased on Saturday morning. And before bedtime I could do the insulating on this wall that I've been wanting to do for ages. The week before, we had already had temperatures down to 4 degrees at night time, and let me tell you, I could definitely feel that in the morning. So I was so happy to get this done at last. I'm not really a massive fan of working with insulation, but I do get a satisfactory kick when I see how neat and tidy it is once it's done. And that was the end of that weekend. Thanks for watching, and see you next week.